Welcome everybody into the Dragon's Lair here on the campus of Howard Community College in Columbia, Maryland, where today your Howard Community College Dragons will take on the Catonsville Cardinals. They welcome them into town today. The CCBC Catonsville Cardinals are 3-11 on the season, 0-4 in the conference. They're on a one-game winning streak, however, but they are 0-6 on the road, so that is something to look out for today. On the other side of things, your Dragons come in today with a record of 9-5, 2-0 in the conference, and they are 1-0 at home, coming all the way back in November when they hosted Hagerstown Community College and won 87-74. So let's get on. We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off. Since it's been a while since I've talked to you, I'll go over a little bit of stats here. So look out today. Deshaun Eaton is 17.8 points per game, leading scorer on this team, followed by David Gary at 14.1 and Joel Webb 9.5 points. The visiting side, Christopher Johnson, is tied with Joaquin Gonzalez for 14.4 points a game. Damian Hopkins, 11.1. Kyrie Banks, 11.0. And Jalen Nates, 10.7. So a lot of distribution for this Catonsville team. But again, 3-11. And they have not won a game at home or in the conference yet today. Your Dragons are coming off of, they are on a two-game winning streak, 12-17 in December. Delaware Technical Community College, they beat them 92-74. And on the following day versus Patrick Henry Community College, 90-74. So a two-game winning streak, 9-5 on the season. And again, this is only their second home game of the season. So you're going to be hearing a lot of me here over the next 2 months through February. All right, so let's get into the starting lineups today. The starting lineup for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals, starting at guard/forward, number 0, Christopher Johnson. Starting at guard, number 1, Keith Bullock Jr. Starting at guard, number 2, Damian Hopkins. Starting at guard, number 3, Joaquin Gonzalez. And starting at forward, number 32, Trayshawn Warren. The Cardinals are coached by Great White, and they will be taking the court here in about 8 minutes to get underway. But for your Howard Community College Dragons, starting number 1 at guard, David Gary. Starting number 2 at guard, Deshaun Eaton. Starting number 12, forward, Joel Webb. Starting at guard, number 21, Kobe Baptiste. And starting at center, at 6'11", number 24, Steve Doar. They are coached by head coach Mike Smelkinson, assisted by Will Thomas, Terrell Willis, Jay Nowaski, Alvarez Jr., and Robert Davis III. Like I said, we have about 7 minutes left till tip-off, so I'm going to step away and be back with you shortly. Matt Trudeau back here with you here in the Dragon's Lair. So, like we said before the break, the Cardinals are coming in 3-11, 0-4, 0-6 on the road. They're coming off a one-game winning streak. On December 18th, they beat Mercer County Community College 83-40. And they've gotten some bad luck here. And starting December 3rd, they've been in a lot of close games. The only game that was not close was December 8th at West Virginia University Potomac State College, 91-71 loss. But other than that, they lost 83-82 to Anne Arundel Community College on December 15th in Anne Arundel. And they lost by 9 points to Navy's JV team on December 10th. They are averaging points per game. They're averaging 76.7 points per game, but they give up 84.1. That is a big stat coming up against this Dragons team who averages 77.2 points a game, but they only give up 66.8. So a very defensively sound Dragons team who's 4-2 away and 4-3 on neutral. Again, they've only played one game at home, so they are going to have a lot of home games here down the stretch to improve their record. They are 4 games over 500, and they are on a 2-game winning streak. So, earlier this year, they started out very strong, went on a 3-game losing streak, then won 3, lost 2, and now they've won 2, hoping to continue it by winning a 3rd game in a row here. And like I said, to go over the starting lineup one more time for you. The Cardinals, number 0, Christopher Johnson. Number 1, Keith Bullock Jr. Number 2, Damian Hopkins. Number 3, Joaquin Gonzalez. And number 32, Trayshawn Warren versus the Dragons. Number 1, David Gary. Number 2, Deshaun Eaton. Number 12, Joel Webb. Number 21, Kobe Baptiste. And number 24, Stephen Doer. We're about 2 minutes away. They're going to be announcing the starting lineups here and doing the national anthem. And then I will be back for the time of tip-off. All right, we'll be back. All right, Matt Trudell back with you here in the Dragon's Lair. They just announced starters, and both teams are about to take the court. The Cardinals are already out with Trayshawn Warren ready for the tip, and the Dragons are now joining. I can only imagine. Looks like Joel Webb's going to be. Oh no, it is Steve Joel. He's going to handle the tip off, and we are about to be back underway here since November. And the Cardinals, they're going to re-jump. Looked like it went off the Cardinals, but they're going to retoss. And the Dragons will win the tip-off. Deshaun Eaton now with the ball in the first possession of the game. Will go to the home team. Eaton gets it to Gary. Now to Jor. Into Webb. Webb, hook shot off the backboard and in. 2-point lead by the Dragons after their first possession of the game. And now they're going to play a full court press. And they have the Cardinals in a position. It gets knocked away, stolen away by the Dragons. Gary gets it up to Baptiste, off the backboard and in. A quick 4 points by the Dragons here. And now the Cardinals facing another full court press. Gets it past the line, throws it down easy. Oh, it looks like a block by Kobe Baptiste. And now the Dragons head the other way. Inside to Webb. Webb easy off the backboard and in, just like that. 6-0 in the first minute of the first half of this game. Cardinals now with the ball. Bullock Jr. down low. Warren with the easy slam. Cardinals able to beat that press and get a wide open dunk for Trayshawn Warren. And David Gary now heading the other way. So Cardinals able to stop the bleeding, but let's see if they can get a defensive stop here. The Dragons have been hot early on. Gary with the first three of the game, and he hits it. 9-2 early on. And now the Cardinals going to get it over, beat the press, splits the defense. He loses it, but it's picked up by Damian Hopkins, who dribbles it out, and they're going to settle it down for Catonsville. They need to desperately slow this game down. The first 2 minutes have been very tough from a pace standpoint, and the Dragons are a much deeper team. Keith Bullock Jr. gets it inside to Johnson, and it is a shot clock violation on the Cardinals. Baptiste now for the Dragons gets it into Eaton. We're heading the other way. Early on, Dragons are 4 of 4 from the field. Gary stopped long two, misses it. It's rebounded by Eaton. Eaton almost goes up off the backboard and gets the nice little home spin, and it goes in. 11-2, 9-point lead. Cardinals now has stepped out of bounds. The Cardinals turn the ball over. It is very sloppy here early on, and mostly due to the Dragons' tough defense. Like I said, the Dragons are coming into this game only giving up 66 points per game. And you can see why here early on. Gary now with the ball. Baptiste over to Gary. Gary's good. Oh, had the pass, but Steve Dorr did not know it was coming his way. And the first turnover for the Dragons here. 17-17 left in the first half. 11-2 is the lead for the Dragons. Stolen away, and Joel Webb gets a nice, easy basket. And a timeout is called here by Great White of the Cardinals. We will step away. 13-2, 17-13 left in the first half. Matt Trudell back with you here in the Dragon Slayer. Coach White not happy with his team, and in response, he is going to bring off the bench Kyrie Banks for number 1 Keith Bullock Jr. So Cardinals making their first switches of the game. The Dragons are going to keep their same 5 out coming out of the timeout. Coach Smelkinson has to be happy with the 11-point lead and forcing the Cardinals to take a timeout in the first 3 minutes of this ball game. And now we're back underway. Joaquin Gonzalez brings it across the line. Now it's a half-court press as soon as he gets across the line. Knocked away by Joel Webb. And Jor ends up with the ball, gets it to Eaton, and now the Dragons are heading the other way. Jor, Webb, Eaton. Eaton gets a pick from Webb. He's going to throw the oop. It gets stolen away. Nice play by Christopher Johnson. He gets it to Damian Hopkins. Hopkins going to go around the defender, go one-on-one against Jor. Tough shot, misses it, gets his own rebound, but it's stolen away by Deshaun Eaton, and he's going to slow it down. He's getting pressed a little bit, but he gets it to Kobe Baptiste, and they get over the line with plenty of time to spare. Baptiste picks it up, back to Gary. Gary gets a pick. They're going to reset. Coach Smelkinson calling out a play to his team. Now Gary's going to drive, gets it into George. George up and in, easy basket. And 2 points for the big man. Now, full court press again by the Dragons. Over to Hopkins, now into Warren. Warren gets swarmed, and they're going to call a foul. Call a foul on number 21, Kobe Baptiste. First foul of the ball game, and it goes on the home Dragons team. 2 free throws coming Trayshawn Warren's way. He is averaging 62, no, I'm sorry. He is averaging 51.3% from the field. Made the first one. He made both of them. 15-4 is the score here in Columbia. Now a bit of full court press by the Cardinals. Eaton loses control but gets it easily. Dora goes up and under, misses it, but Webb gets and cleans it up on the other side of the hoop. 17-4 is the score. Cardinals are able to get it up to Johnson. Johnson's getting swarmed. Now, step back jumper by number 3, Gonzalez. He misses it. It goes out. Nope, they're calling a foul on number 32, Trayshawn Warren. So now each team is on the board when it comes to fouls. David Gary to Baptiste. Baptiste gets in the middle to Webb, over to Eaton. Nice ball movement. He gets fouled and hits the layup. They are going to count it, so he has a chance at a 3-point play. And the first free throws are coming to the Dragons. Eaton averages 76.8% from the free throw line. Has a chance to stretch the lead to 20-4. He makes it. 20-4 is the score. Now, Catonsville with the ball. Number 5, Kyrie Banks looks to inbound the ball. He gets it in, now trapped in the corner, but he gets it back, spins it around his back, gets it across the line, and it goes off of Trayshawn Warren. Not ready. They're having to speed up and play too fast. They need to find a way to be able to get across the half-court line and slow the game down or get easy hoops. But the Dragons' defense is smothering them here early on in the first 5 minutes of this ball game. And the Dragons are back with the ball. Turnovers. The Cardinals already have 7 turnovers to the Dragons 2. Eaton gets it out to Gary, wide open for 3. And he misses it a little strong, but he gets his own rebound. Thinks about shooting the 3 again, then he gets it out to Eaton. Eaton gets it back to Gary. Gary's going to travel baseline, reverse layup, misses it. Webb gets the rebound, misses his putback. And now the Cardinals heading the other way, getting maybe a little bit of transition basketball going on. Kyrie Banks gets in. Warren Warren gets it stolen away by Webb. Webb throws it away, though, sloppily. And now Banks is going to reset it up. Gets it over to Hopkins. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Hopkins gets it over to Banks. Banks to Yates. And now Johnson. Almost stolen away by Eaton. 3-point shot thrown up by Banks, and he makes it. And he stares the Dragons bench down. 20-7 is the score. Eaton with the ball gets it to Baptiste. Kobe Baptiste now gets it into Webb. Webb's going to drive baseline, throws it over to Eaton. Eaton's going to shoot a three, and he makes that 23-7. Now Kyrie Banks with the ball, gets it over to Hopkins. Hopkins gets it over to Johnson. Now they're across the center line. Johnson's going to drive in on two, gets the easy pass to Warren, who misses the floater on the other side. And they need to make those shots if they're going to cut into this lead. 13:25 left in the first half. David Gary with the ball for the Dragons. And a foul is called. Kobe Baptiste will be going to the line for 2 free throws. The foul is going to be on number 0, Christopher Johnson. Kobe Baptiste is a 52% free throw shooter. His first one makes it. Steve Doerr's going to come out of the game for DJ Tucker. Baptiste misses that one, but Joel Webb ends up with it, and he gets fouled, so he's going to be going to the line for 2, and I think that might be on 0. Nope, they're going to call it on number 15, Austin Smith. So Joel Webb's going to go to the line for free throws. He is a 54% free throw shooter, misses that first one. Cole Harshman's going to come in for Kobe Baptiste. Webb misses both of them. And they're going to call a lane violation on the Cardinals, so Webb will get another shot. And he makes that one, so it's 25-7 here, 13-14 left in the first half here in Columbia. Hopkins gets it over to Jalen Yates. Yates gets it into Johnson. Johnson pump fakes, and he throws it away. Throws it into David Gary's chest. Gary tries to throw a pass at DJ Tucker. It's stolen away by the Cardinals, and they're going to call a jump ball. The possession is going to be Cardinals ball. So a turnover. Back underway, Damian Hopkins with the ball for the Cardinals. 12:50 left in the first half. He gets over Jalen Yates, back to Hopkins. Kyrie Banks looking for some help, gets it into Johnson. Out to Yates. Yates is going to shoot a contested three, misses it. Cole Harshman with the rebound. He gets it to David Gary. Gary's going to get by his defender, throw up a tough deep 2 and makes it. Nice pull-up jumper, 27-7. Is the score. 20-point lead by the Dragons. Blocked on the other end by Holik Johnson, my apologies. And Dragons with the ball. Deshaun Eaton shoots a 3. Misses that. It's tapped up by Johnson. He misses it, though, and rebounded by the Cardinals. Jalen Yates now on the other end shoots a 3. Misses it. DJ Tucker gets the rebound. And now David Gary heading the other way. Cole Harshman looking for the ball, but Gary's going to keep it going down the middle. Jump step. He's looking for any bit of assistance. Gets it smacked away by Yates, but it ends up in Eaton's hands. Eaton throws up to DJ Tucker. Tucker off the backboard and in. Nice basket and nice pass by Deshaun Eaton. 29-7 is your score. Damian Hopkins now with the ball for the Cardinals. Gets it inside to Johnson. Johnson gets it tapped away by DJ Tucker. Now it's stolen away by Holig Johnson. Tucker up to Gary now on the other end. Gary's going to take on his defender. Gets it over Cole Harshman. It's a quick three. Rebounded by the Dragons. Holig Johnson gets a tip by DJ Tucker. Misses that. And now he might have got fouled on the way up, but the Cardinals are heading the other way. Kyrie Banks misses a pull-up jumper. Very difficult shot. And DJ Tucker gets the easy rebound. Now David Gary got to get it over the line. Cole Harshman inside to Holig Johnson. Johnson on the post. Turnaround jumper makes it. Nice. Nothing but net. 31-7. Damian Hopkins now with the ball for the Cardinals. He gets into Johnson. Johnson turnaround jumper from just past the free throw line. Makes it. 2-point basket. 31-9. R.D. Dorsey III just took off his warm-ups, looking to come in. A blocking call is going to be called on number 11, Jalen Yates, and 2 shots is coming to Deshaun Eaton. Eaton, like we said earlier, 76.8% from the free throw line. Misses the first one. All right, into the game for the Dragons comes Taylor Silverman and coming into the game for Catonsville, Austin Smith and number 1, Keith Bullock Jr. Eaton makes the second free throw, and R.D. Dorsey III is going to come in for him. Damian Hopkins for the Cardinals with the ball. Gets it over to Bullock Jr., who's around the right side elbow. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson's trying to take on Johnson, and the Cardinals miss the shot. R.D. Dorsey III steals the ball away, throws it up for Cole Harshman. Cole Harshman might have got fouled. He missed it. DJ Tucker now with the ball out to Silverman. Silverman, nice move, gets it out to R.D. Dorsey. Inside to DJ Tucker. What a pass by R.D. Dorsey. And DJ Tucker has an easy basket on the other end. Damian Hopkins now with the ball. Gets it over to his teammate, Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets trapped a little, gets it in for an easy shot by Smith, but he misses it. Rebounded by DJ Tucker. Got to convert those easy baskets, especially when you're down by so much so early. We are just past halfway through the first half here in Columbia. It is 34-9. Dragons got away with one there. Taylor Silverman almost threw it away, but it got knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. So it'll remain Dragons ball. R.D. Dorsey III looking to inbound the ball. And Trayshawn Warren comes back in for number 15, Austin Smith for the Cardinals. Taylor Silverman gets the ball smacked away from him, and it goes off of Keith Bullock Jr. So a turnover by the Cardinals, where the Dragons tried to give him the ball twice in a row. So now R.D. Dorsey looking to get it in. Gets it into Silverman. Now they're going to call an offensive foul on Holig Johnson. Cardinals ball. So 34-9, 9:06 left in the first half. Damian Hopkins gets it over the line. Now he gets it over Bullock Jr. Bullock. Johnson. Gonzalez. It goes out of bounds off the Cardinals. Sloppy pass. And it'll be Dragons ball. Catonsville is now going to have Nick Moore enter the game for Joaquin Gonzalez. Silverman now with the ball. Gets it over the line. R.D. Dorsey now with the ball. Gets a pick by Tucker. Tucker keeps running, gets a pass by Dorsey. Dorsey's got 3 really good passes here since he's come into this game. 36-9 is the score. Hopkins calls out a play for the Cardinals. Gets it over to Bullock Jr. Looks like they want to get it down inside to Warren. DJ Tucker's doing an excellent job defensively, and so Johnson has to take the ball, and he misses. Christopher Johnson, and now Taylor Silverman on the other end makes a nice coast-to-coast layup. 38-9, 29-point ball game, 8 minutes left in the first half. Dragons look very good coming off of 3 weeks of being off. Hopkins now getting a little bit of pressure. He's backing out. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Bullock Jr. Bullock Jr. looking for a pick, gets one. But Artie Dorsey's just excellent on defense, still puts a body in his face, and it leads to a missed shot, and he ends up with the rebound. Now he's going to bring it up all the way up the middle, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson gets fouled on the way up. He will go to the line for 2, and they're going to call it on number 0. That is Christopher Johnson. That will be his 2nd foul. Malik Johnson misses the first free throw. He is a 83% free throw shooter. Makes the second one. Austin Smith is going to come back in this game for Christopher Johnson with his 2 fouls. 39-9, 30-point ball game. Dragons are shooting 61.5% from the field to Catonsville's 20%. Hopkins now with the ball. Gets it over to Nick Moore. Nick Moore getting guarded by Harshman, gets it to Bullock Jr. Bullock Jr. And they're going to call a foul. Foul on Artie Dorsey III. It's his first foul. Team's 3rd. Bullock with the ball, looking inbound, and gets it into Damian Hopkins. Hopkins throws it over to Nick Moore. Nick Moore, stutter step, gets it stripped away. DJ Tucker now with the ball, and he loses it, but ends up in Silverman's hands. Silverman throws it up, sloppy pass, and Holig Johnson gets fouled off the shot. He makes it. It's going to count, and he'll get a chance at an additional point to make it a 3-point play. That foul is on Austin Smith, who has been having a rough first half. That is his 2nd foul in the game for the Dragons. Trey Keys comes in. Cole Harshman's going to take a seat. Johnson makes the free throw, 2 of 3 from the line so far today. 6:44 and counting left in the first half. 42-9 is the score. Cardinals desperately trying to get a basket. Keith Bullock Jr. to Smith. Now Hopkins. Hopkins gets a pick from his teammate. Misses the jumper. It's tipped up and around Artie Dort. Nope, into Austin Smith, but it's blocked by DJ Tucker. So Dragons going to push it now with Artie Dorsey. He gets it to DJ Tucker. DJ Tucker throws a sloppy pass, but he ends up getting it to Holig Johnson. And he misses the first shot, but tips it in. Everything has been going right for the Dragons here in the first half. Now Keith Bullock Jr. with the ball. Moore over to Bullock Jr. Shoots a deep 3. In and out, miss. Taylor Silverman with the rebound. He's going to start pushing it. He throws it up to Artie Dorsey. Dorsey goes up for himself, misses the floater. It's rebounded by Trayshawn Ward, but Dorsey steals it from him. Goes up, misses that. DJ Tucker gets the rebound. He goes up and makes that. Tough basketball, excellent offensive glass play by the Dragons. A timeout is called by the Cardinals. The score is 46-9. 5:29 left in the first half. We'll be right back. Matt Trudell back with you here in Columbia in the Dragon's Lair. It's 46-9. Cardinals coming out of a timeout, hoping to get some points to finish out these final 5.5 minutes of the first half. Maybe have something to build for in the second half. Kyrie Banks over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez picks up his dribble, throws it down low to Warren. Warren looks like he got away with a little bit of a push off. Now he gets it out to Bullock. Bullock's going to drive baseline, kick it out to Yates. Yates will shoot a three. Misses that. Rebounded by Bullock of the Cardinals, who gets it to Warren, but goes through his legs. Battle for the ball. Ref stops the game. He says the shot clock never resets, so it will be the Cardinals' ball along the baseline. And they will reset it. 16 seconds will be on the shot clock. Looks to get in. Warren's left wide open. Sloppy defensive play by the Dragons, and they give up a basket. So 46-11 is the score, 4:53. Trey Keys now with the ball for the Dragons. Now Artie Dorsey. Back to Trey Keys. He's looking to get it in, but he's not going to. DJ Tucker now with the ball. Easy take. Gets an easy basket. Mason Williams also now in the game for the Dragons. Kyrie Banks with the ball. Gets it over to Bullock. Now Gonzalez. Jalen Yates throws it away. DJ Tucker makes up for his sloppy defensive play with an excellent defensive play. Artie Dorsey gets the ball slapped away. Cardinal steals it. Now it's Bullock bringing it up. He's looking to get it to Warren. He takes it himself, though, and DJ Tucker with the rebound off the miss. Artie Dorsey gets it over to Mason Williams. Williams gets it smacked away. It's out of bounds. It will be Dragons ball. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. All right, Mason Williams looking to inbound the ball. He gets into Trey Keys. Trey Keys, quick shot, gets the nice friendly home bounce, and in 50-11 is the score. Now Keith Bullock Jr. with the ball over to Jalen Yates. Now to his teammate Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbles it, throws it over to Keith Bullock Jr. Now inside to Trajan Warren. Warren turns around, throws up a shot. Does not get the bounce. Rebounded by Silverman, and the Dragons heading the other way. So Silverman gets it stolen away, and Keith Bullock Jr. will have an easy layup on the other end. Quick 2 points, 50-13. Coach Smelkinson not happy with the sloppy handling of the ball by the Dragons on that last possession. Silverman now with the ball, gets it over to Dorsey. Dorsey inside to Tucker. And Tucker gets a nice basket. So he is now 12 points on the game. And I believe the leading scorer. Kyrie Banks now with the ball to Yates. Over to Bullock. Gonzalez. He's going to step back three. Misses that. Dorsey with the rebound. And now Trey Keys with the ball heading the other way. Dragons have a chance to make it a 40-point ball game. Trey Keys gets it smacked out of bounds. It will stay his ball. Austin Smith is going to come back into the game for Trayshawn Warren. And DJ Tucker's going to get a break, and in for him is going to be number 31, Kevin Yamba. All right. Dorsey gets the ball into Trey Keys. 2:36 and counting left in this first half. Trey Keys now with the ball. Stutter step, drives, and he throws a nice, tough take by Trey Keys. 2 well-earned points, a 41-point lead here. 2:22 left in the first half. Bullock Jr. gets fouled. They're going to call it on Yamba. And 2 shots coming to Keith Bullock Jr. He comes into this game a 51.7% free throw shooter, misses the front end. Misses both, rebounded by Yamba, and now Silverman heading the other way for the Dragons. He's going to spin back around. Good support defense by the Cardinals. Now Mason gets fouled. Foul is going to be on number 3, Joaquin Gonzalez. That's his second. Free throws are now coming to Mason Williams. He will get 2. He is 0 for 2 on the year of free throws, so misses the first one. Mason Williams misses that one. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Kyrie Banks now with the ball. Gets it over Gonzalez. Back to Bullock. Now Banks. Banks going to shoot a deep 3. Misses that one. It's knocked by Keith Bullock Jr. who throws it in, but ends up in Yamba's hands. Yamba throws it up to Key. Key's going to take it all the way. He gets fouled. A block is going to be called on Kyrie Banks. And 2 free throws are coming Trey Key's way. Misses the front end. Free throws, probably one of the only not so good spots of the Dragons so far in this half, as they have not shot free throws all too well. Have had plenty of opportunities. 55-13 is the score. Kyrie Banks gets it up to Keith Bullock Jr. Jalen Yates wants the ball. Now back to Bullock Jr. 21 seconds left on the shot clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first half. Kicked out to Jalen Yates. Yates shoots it, but it was contested. Misses. Rebounded by Mason Williams, and they are going to call the foul on Jalen Yates. All right, Mason Williams could go to a free throw line. Dragons 7 of 14 from the charity stripe so far today, 50%. Going to have 16 attempts. Misses the front end. Trayshawn Warren and Jamari Young coming into the game for the Cardinals, for Austin Smith and Jalen Yates. Williams misses both of them. He tries to get a rebound, but the Cardinals get it. The Dragons had stepped back to play defense and left Williams up there by himself. Now Gonzalez gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Artie Dorsey III. Cardinals have the ball. Baseline. Throws it into Warren. Warren gets blocked by Yamba. And Artie Dorsey heading the other way. 3-on-1. Trey Keys back to Dorsey. Dorsey, easy layup. Great pass. Dorsey to Keys. Keys back to Dorsey. Dorsey, easy layup. 57-13 is the score. Banks now with the ball. Gets over to Bullock. Bullock's going to try and split the D. Tough shot. Misses it. Rebounded by Artie Dorsey. Artie Dorsey now with the ball on the other end. Gets good defensive play by Gonzalez of the Cardinals. And now the Cardinals heading the other way. Banks to Bullock. Lost. Now Silverman with the ball for the Dragons. Heading down the other way. 21 seconds left in the first half. Mason Williams gets, they call no foul called, but it's out of bounds off of the Cardinals. 57-13 is the score. 16.7 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock is off. Dragons can hold it for the last shot if they want. Easy basket. Easy basket. Kevin Yamba. Foul is going to be called on number 5, Trey Keys. All right, Kyrie Banks gets the ball in. Now he gets it back from his teammate. Deep three, misses it. Mason Williams with the rebound. And that is your first half here in Columbia. The score is 59-13. Dragons are up big. We will be back shortly to go over what happened in the first half. All right, Matt Trudell back with you here in the Dragon's Lair on the campus of Howard Community College in Columbia, Maryland. Your Howard Community College Dragons men's basketball team is leading the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals 59-13 at halftime. Let's go over some stats. Leading scorer of the whole game, DJ Tucker, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Deshaun Eaton, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Joel Webb, 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And Holly Johnson, 8 points, 3 rebounds coming off the bench. On the Cardinal side of the ball, 6 points for Trayshawn Warren with 2 rebounds. Kyrie Banks is the second leading scorer, 3 points, 2 rebounds. A very rough half. Let's go over some team stats. Dragons shooting the ball 61% from the field in the first half to a abysmal 5 of 28, 17.9% for the Cardinals in the first half. 1 of 8 from the three-point range, 12.5%, versus 2 of 5 for the Dragons, that's 40%. And then the Dragons, the only negative thing that happened in the first half I could say is free throws 7 of 16, 43.8% to 2 of 3 for CCBC Catonsville, 66.7%. The Cardinals turned the ball over 16 times in the first half to the Dragons 7, which led to the Dragons having 19 points off turnover versus 5 points off turnover for the Cardinals. The Dragons out-rebounded the Cardinals 33-10, including 12-3 in offensive rebounds. 18 assists to 4 for the Dragons, 3 blocks versus there were 4 blocks by the Cardinals, 12 steals by the Dragons, and 31 bench points. Second chance points, 15 points in the paints, 40, and fast break points, 16. All of those are in the Dragons' favor. So we're about 4.5 minutes away from the tip-off of the second half. I'm Matt Trudell with you. 59-13 is the score. We will be back to start the second half. Matt Trudell back with you here on the campus of Howard Community College in the Dragon's Lair in Columbia, Maryland. We are just under 30 seconds left till the start of second half. Both teams are taking the court. The Dragons are going to start out with their same starters from the first half. We're missing a person. Deshaun Eaton, Kobe Baptiste, Joel Webb, Steve Jor, and they're missing a Dragon. Oh, it's David Gary. He's getting blood wiped off his pants. On the other side, you have Damian Hopkins, Joaquin Gonzalez, Trayshawn Warren, Keith Bullock Jr., and Christopher Johnson. So starters from both teams going to be heading out here. We are just waiting. David Gary's now on the court, and the Dragons will start the second half with the ball up big. Deshaun Eaton with the ball. Going to get, I would imagine Coach Smelkinson is going to use the second half to get a lot of bench play, especially if the starters looked as good. Joel Webb, easy pass from David Gary. Easy layup off the backboard. Now full press. Now Gonzalez throws it off Steve George's leg. Now Gonzalez gets it back, gets it into Johnson. Johnson misses it, tipped up, and Dragons now with the ball. Cardinals is down a man. Sloppy play by Eaton. Throws the ball away to Keith Bullock Jr. Bullock Jr. takes it down, misses it, and then it goes off of Steve Jor. And that will be a turnover on the Dragons. A little sloppy here. The Cardinals are down a man. And still led to a turnover by the Dragons. It might be an injury. All right, so Johnson's going to come out of the game. Coming into the game for him is Austin Smith. Keith Bullock Jr. looking to inbound the ball. Running out of time, gets it in. Damian Hopkins. Hopkins gets trapped. He's going to bounce it over to Bullock. Bullock going to back it out. Bounce it over, almost stolen away, and it's going to be a foul on Kobe Baptiste. A little overzealous there. That's going to be his, I think, second foul. Yep, that is his second foul. And Bullock Jr. to Gonzalez. Now back to Bullock Jr. Dragons playing some zone defense. Splits the middle. Warren gets it. Webb tries to block it, but a strong move by Trayshawn Warren. He puts it back and gets the first points for the Cardinals in the second half. Eaton now with the ball. Calling out a play. Kobe Baptiste gets the ball from Eaton into Webb, stolen away by Austin Smith. And it's out of bounds. It's going to be Dragons' ball. It looked like Webb got away with a little bit of a shove. Refs are resetting the clock here. 61:15 resets the clock to 18:26. Now there's a discussion. They're going to turn. All right, Kobe Baptiste. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Looks to inbound and gets it to Eaton. 7, 6. Eaton's going to take it all the way. Throws it off the backboard, and Joel Webb gets the slam. Couple real easy baskets for Webb here in the first couple minutes of the second half. Keith Bullock Jr. gets it over to Hopkins. Hopkins to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looks like he might have got away with potentially a travel. Misses the shot, and Dragons with the ball. Webb gets over to George. George back to Eaton. Eaton's going to go drive baseline. Goes up, misses the layup. Rebounded by Warren, and Warren's going to be fouled by Joel Webb. That is going to be Webb's Second foul. Webb now the leading scorer of the game, 13 points. Now Bullock Jr. with the cards gets it in to Warren. Warren gets it poked away by Webb. Eaton ends up with it. Nope, stolen back by Keith Bullock Jr. And he takes it himself, misses, and Warren cleans it up. Trayshawn Warren now 10 points on the ball in the ball game. First one in double figures for his team. David Gary gets it smacked away. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call the foul on number 3, Joaquin Gonzalez. That, I believe, is his third foul of the game. So in for him will come Jalen Yates. All right, Kobe Baptiste inbounds it, gets it to Eaton. Steve Drawer, back to Eaton. Eaton wants some help. Nope, Kobe Baptiste, wide open 3. Great pick. Misses it, though. Keith Bullock Jr. now heading the other way. Gets it over to Jalen Yates. Yates shoots a 3, in and out. Rebounded by the Dragons. David Gary now with the ball. Webb. Back to Gary. Gary's going to get the pick. Takes up strong take off the backboard. Tease. Very close to the end of the shot clock. Trayshawn Warren thought he had a wide open dunk. Kobe Baptiste fouls him. So he will go to line for 2. Warren is a 51% free throw shooter coming into today's game. Oh, we're having a towel issue. All right, Trayshawn Warren, first free throw is in. Second one, both made by Trayshawn Warren. 12 points on the game for him. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Now David Gary with the ball. 65-19 is the score here in Columbia. Joel Webb takes it off the backboard. Just having a great game. 7 of 8 from the field. 15 points. Bullock Jr. over to Hopkins. Hopkins going to back out. Throws it over to Bullock Jr. Back over to Hopkins. Warren, easy basket on the other side. Excellent dish by Damian Hopkins. And now Gary with the ball for the Dragons. Coach Snelkinson calling out a play. Gets it to Eaton. Eaton at the top of the key. Gets a pick. He thinks about the step back. Gets it over to Baptiste. Baptiste hesitates. He's going to drive. Easy layup. Dribbles through traffic and ends up with an easy shot at the end. 69-21. And the Dragons are looking really good coming off this rest. Missed shot on the other end. Steve Drawer for the Dragons gets it. Now Webb up to Baptiste. Baptiste get a step back 3. He gets fouled, so he will go to the line for 3 free throws. So 3 shots coming to Kobe Baptiste. Kind of a sloppy shot where the defense bailed him out. Jalen Yates gets called for the foul. Baptiste 52% from the line coming into today. He has 5 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. First one. Good. makes the first two. Hardy Dorsey III is going to come in for Kobe Baptiste. He makes all three of them. Baptiste now 8 points. Tied for fourth leading scorer in this game for the Dragons. Keith Bullock Jr. gets it over the line. Dragons playing a bit of press, but not as intense as they were in the first half. Bullock Jr. now with the ball. Over to Hopkins. Hopkins over to Jalen Yates. Yates has to pull up a tough shot, but he makes it. A lot of pressure. Gets away. Dragons now with the ball. 72-23 is the score. 14-14 left in the second half. Steve Dorr pop jumper misses it. Webb goes for the rebound, battled, and Deshaun Eaton gets it. He bounces over David Gary, thinks about it, gets the defense to step up, and gets a nice, easy floater off the backboard. Smart basketball by David Gary. Hopkins now facing a little bit of pressure from Artie Dorsey. Looking, gets it over the line. Jalen Yates now back to Hopkins. Over to Bullock. Bullock's going to drive to his left, then back to his right, kicks it out to Yates. Yates will shoot the three, and he hits that one. 3-point basket. It is 74-26, 13:37 left in the second half of this ball game. Dragons up big. We will be back shortly. All right, we're back here in Columbia. Dragons with the ball. David Gary going to take it all the way down. Easy. Joel Webb having the time of his life tonight. 8 of 9 from the field, 17 points. And now the Cardinals with the ball. Now in the game, Jamari Young loses the ball. David Gary now with it. Nice. Good defense by Keith Bullock Jr., but David Gary able to stick with it, get it to go in. Jalen Yates gets a pick. Has to pick up his dribble. Bounces over Keith Bullock Jr. Bullock Jr. gets it out to Yates. Yates shoots the three. He misses that. Joel Webb gets the rebound. They've been leaving Yates, and Yates has been the hottest player on this team in the second half, leaving him a little open. Now DJ Tucker, he gets fouled. Easy basket. 14 points for him. He remains perfect from the field and will have a chance to make a 3-point play. Malik Johnson's going to come into the game for Joel Webb. Probably the last time we'll see him today. Misses it a little too strong. Now, Cardinals with the ball. Bullock Jr. into Gonzalez. Gonzalez turnaround jumper makes that easy 2-point basket. Artie Dorsey gets it into Gary. Gary misses the floater. Tapped around. He ends up getting the rebound somehow. Reverse layup. Nice. Up and in. 13 points on the game for David Gary. Miss on the other end by Hopkins, and Deshaun Eaton now with the ball. He's going to bring it up. Hop step, little sloppy. DJ Tucker misses a sloppy shot, and now Cardinals with the ball on the other end. Gets it to Yates. Yates misses the layup, but a foul is going to be called on Deshaun Eaton, and Jalen Yates will go to the line for 2. 89% from the free throw line, Jalen Yates is. First one's good for Yates. Second leading scorer on this team, now 6 points tonight. Second one is good, both good free throws. 7 points on the game for Jalen Yates and the Cardinals, 82-30. Malik Johnson gets it over to Deshaun Eaton. Deshaun Eaton going to take it the whole way. Misses the layup. DJ Tucker touches it. Offensive basket interference. And now, heading the other way, Damian Hopkins for the Cardinals to Kyrie Banks. Kyrie Banks gets it to Yates. Yates out. And that is a made 3 by number 24, Jamari Young, and he will have a chance to make it a 4-point play. The foul is on DJ Tucker. Jamari Young makes it a 4-point play. 82-34 is the score. 11:23 left in the second half. Artie Dorsey gets it in. Now Artie Dorsey gets it back from Malik Johnson. Now Dorsey goes the whole way. Easy finger roll at the other end. The Cardinals were asleep on defense, and Artie Dorsey goes coast to coast. Banks now, sloppy pass, throws it in the backcourt. Keith Bullock Jr. will come in for Kyrie Banks. Artie Dorsey looking to inbound it, gets it into Eaton. Eaton being defended by Damian Hopkins. Eaton goes the whole way, and just easy baskets on the other end for the Dragons pretty much all night, but it's just opening up. It's hard to stay engaged when you're down by as much. Artie Dorsey with the rebound off the missed shot. Eaton can't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds. It kind of short hopped on him. Deshaun Eaton will come out of the game for Taylor Silverman. Keith Bullock Jr. Jalen Yates. Keith Bullock Jr. driving. Gets fouled, no shot. It's going to be on the floor, and it's called on Trey Keys. And the Cardinals are going to call a timeout, so we're going to step away. It's 10:21 left in the second half, 86-34, Dragons in the lead. All right, we're back here in Columbia. Cardinals coming off of a short timeout, hoping to get a little bit of shots in just for, I guess, practice sake at this point. Gonzalez gets the inbound, blocked away by Halik Johnson. Trey Keys now with the ball, bringing it the other way. Gets around the defense, misses the layup. It's smacked out of bounds by Jamari Young, so it will remain Dragons ball. Artie Dorsey gonna handle the ball baseline. Looking to inbound. DJ outside of it. Fat man. See, that's the problem. No. You got middle. The box, Q, step on the box. Your ball, shorty, your ball. Q got that. DJ. The refs are having a discussion. That's what the holdup is here. DJ. Yeah, Artie Dorsey. Looking to inbound it. Gets it into Halik Johnson. Halik Johnson off the backboard. Easy basket. 88-34, 10:06, halfway through the second half of this ball game. Jamari Young over to Bullock Jr. Now Damian Hopkins. Floater makes it, and DJ Tucker commits the foul, so a chance for a three-point play by Damian Hopkins. Nice floater to get over DJ Tucker. DJ Tucker's going to come out. Cole Harshman's going to come in for him. Missed the free throw. Halik Johnson gets the rebound. Gets it over to Silverman. Silverman's going to get it across the line rather quickly and slow it down. He's getting some pressure by Bullock. Now Trey Keys. Artie Dorsey. Now Halik Johnson. Now Keys inside to Dorsey. Dorsey's going to get called for the offensive foul charge. Jamari Young looks like he hit his head on the ground, but he's going to get up and shake it off. All right, Damian Hopkins throws in Keith Bullock Jr. He was not ready for it, but he ended up, no one was there to pressure him, so he's able to control it. Now Damian Hopkins drives baseline, gets an easy layup. Halik Johnson, a little late on the help. Now Trey Keys with the ball. Spin. Throws it away. Stolen away by Keith Bullock Jr. Keith Bullock Jr. makes an easy layup. These are plays that will not help him get back into this game, but something to build for further in the future. Silverman gets over Harshman. Harshman open for three. Misses it. Rebounded by Johnson, but they're going to call an offensive foul on Halik Johnson. All right, free throws are coming for Damian Hopkins. Makes the first free throw. Makes both of them. Hopkins now with 5 points on the day. 6 points on the day. Artie Dorsey throws it down low to Johnson. Johnson getting pressured, needing help. Throws it out to Keys. Keys open for three. Makes it. Nice three, Trey Keys. Now Yates open for three on the other end. Misses it, rebounded by Johnson. He gets it to Trey Keys, and we're heading the other way for Dragons. Nice move by Keys to get around his defender. Taylor Silverman with the three. Misses it. Tapped away. It's out of bounds off of Halik Johnson. It will be Cardinals ball. 91-42, 8:06 left in this game. Keith Bullock Jr. gets down low. Nice hop step. Easy. Nice basket. Artie Dorsey the third now with the ball. Spins around. Gets over Silverman. Silverman open for three. Makes that one. Nice basketball by Artie Dorsey, who's had a pretty good game today. Damian Hopkins gets around. It's a jump ball. Artie Dorsey, excellent defensive play. It will be Cardinals ball. Looking for the inbound, gets it into Yates. Yates drives around, has to throw up an awkward shot, misses everything. Cole Harshman ends up with it. Artie Dorsey throws it down to Taylor Silverman, who gets it to Halik Johnson for the dunk. Smart play by Taylor Silverman. An excellent job by Artie Dorsey to recognize that they had numbers down the court. Keith Bullock Jr. throws it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez ends up with a little bit of an open shot, and he travels, panics almost. Artie Dorsey now with the ball. Looking to inbound, gets it to Silverman. Silverman gets it back to Keys. Keys gets a pick from Halik Johnson. He's going to keep moving. Off the backboard. Nice take by Trey Keys, who's had a pretty good game off the bench today. Hopkins on the other end gets an easy layup. Trading easy layup for easy layup. And an easy basket on the other end. Keith Bullock Jr. gets it down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez had an easy opening but misses it. And then now with the ball, Cole Harshman, he's going to pop a three, misses it, and it's rebounded by Jalen Yates. I don't know if he needed to take that three-point shot there, but when you're up so big. Keith Bullock Jr. being guarded by Harshman. Harshman, good take by Keith Bullock Jr. Easy 2 points. 100-48 is the score. Artie Dorsey gets a little trapped, and they're going to call a foul. Foul's on Kyrie Banks, my apologies. And that will be his second foul. Hopkins comes out of the game for number 10, Nick Moore. And now Dragons will have the ball. Artie Dorsey gets over Silverman. Silverman inside to Steve Dorr, who just came in. Back to Silverman. Silverman, easy three. Misses it, though. Yates gets the rebound for the Cardinals, and Kyrie Banks heading the other way. 52-point lead by the Dragons. 5:34 left in the second half. Gonzalez misses the three. It looks like Nick Moore got away with the push-off. They're going to call a foul on Mason Williams. So Nick Moore will go to the line. Nick Moore will get 2 shots. Makes the first one. Misses the second one. 149. Artie Dorsey now with the ball. Misses that. Foul on Mason Williams. Nick Moore's going to shoot 2 free throws. Makes the first one. Kevin Yamba's going to come in for Artie Dorsey, and Taylor Silverman's going to come out, and Kobe Baptiste is going to come back into the game. Misses the free throw. Cole Harshman with the rebound. Going to get over to Mason Williams. Williams gets it over the line, kicks it out. Yamba, pump fake, drives baseline, misses it. Harshman gets it, misses the putback. He's going to get his own rebound. Misses that putback. Mason Williams now with the ball, and he gets it, and it will be a chance for a three-point play, but he hits the ground hard. Jalen Yates is who the call's on. Offensive rebounds today, 21-7. The Dragons are out offensive rebounding. They've done wonders on the offensive glass, which has led to 25 second chance points so far. Misses the front end. Keith Bullock Jr. gets it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it knocked away, but it's going to stay with them. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Missed shot by Gonzalez, but rebounded by Moore of the Cardinals, and now Steve Dorr gets it, and he throws it off his teammate, Kevin Yamba. So Cardinals will get another chance, another possession, 4:32 left. 102-50 is the score here in Columbia. All right, Keith Bullock Jr. inbounds it. Kyrie Banks. Banks step back three. Misses it. Now Austin Smith gets it out to Keith Bullock Jr. Bullock Jr. drives. Tough shot. Misses it. It goes out of bounds off of Steve Dorr. So Cardinals will have another chance. All right, looking to inbound it. Into Nick Moore. Moore gets it, being guarded by Mason Williams. Now drive to his right, kicks it out to Bullock Jr. Jr.'s going to drive across the middle of the lane, picks it up. Jalen Yates wide open for three, misses that, and Mason Williams gets the rebound. They're going to call a foul on number 5, Kyrie Banks. Cole Harshman looking to inbound the ball for the Dragons. Gets it up to Kobe Baptiste. Baptiste gets it to Yamba. Yamba spins off the backboard. Gets the friendly roll. Nice take by Kevin Yamba. 54-point lead here in the return to the Dragon Lair. Dragons will stretch it to a 10-5 season record, 2-0 at home, coming off of a last season when they were undefeated at home. 3-point shot made by Jalen Yates, probably definitely him and Trayshawn Warren, the two best players today for the Cardinals. Yates now makes it a 10-point game for him. Kobe Baptiste gets the nice take, switches hands, finishes with his left hand. Now Jalen Yates thought about it. Now Kyrie Banks. Banks pulls up just inside the three-point line, makes a two-point bucket. 106-55. 2:53 left in this game. Now Baptiste gets it out to Harshman. Harshman, three-point shot, misses it, not his day today. Nick Moore with the rebound. Moore's gonna take it, gets it smacked away. Kobe Baptiste now gets it over to Mason Williams, who's gonna take it, and they're gonna call a block on Kyrie Banks. Mason Williams will go line for two more free throws. The Cardinals have shot much better in the second half, and Dragons have slipped a little, but Dragons shot the lights out in the first half. So that's to be expected. First free throw for Mason Williams, misses that. Mason Williams now. Misses that one as well. So no harm, no foul in that in. 2:24 and counting in the second half. 106-55 is the score. Good take by Keith Bullock Jr. And now Kobe Baptiste with the ball. He throws it up to Yamba. Yamba gets blocked by Austin Smith, but then he's going, how was that not a foul? And then they're going to call a foul on Kevin Yamba. Looked like Yamba took some contact to the head. So now on the other end, shooting free throws, it's going to be Kyrie Banks. First free throw, up and in. Second free throw, little strong. Cole Harshman with the rebound. Gets it over to Baptiste. Baptiste splits the defense. Gets it knocked away, but he ends up back with it, and he gets fouled, so he will go line for two. Kobe Baptiste on a one-man mission. The foul will be on Austin Smith. First free throw is a miss. Makes the second one, 107-58. Kobe Baptiste comes out of the game for Holik Johnson. And now Keith Bullock Jr. Jalen Yates for the Cardinals. Back to Yates. Yates is going to shoot a deep three, misses it. Rebounded by Steve Dorr, gets over to Mason Williams. Williams over to Harshman. Harshman up and in. Now Keith Bullock Jr. tries to speed it up. It gets knocked away by Yamba, stolen away by Steve Dorr. Now up to Mason Williams, up to Holik Johnson, and a two-handed dunk by Holik Johnson on the other end. 111-58. Cole Harshman almost steals the inbound pass. Jalen Yates gets an easy floater. Good basketball there by the Cardinals. Malik Johnson gets inbound, gets it up to Mason Williams. Williams going to take it all the way. He gets it smacked. It goes off his knee and out of bounds, so it will be the Cardinals' ball. 1:03 left in this game. As I said, the Dragons will improve to 3-0 in the conference, 10-5 on the season, 2-0 at home, where Catonsville will fall to 3-12, 0-5 in the conference, and 0-7 on the road this season. 111-62. Keith Bullock Jr. steals it away. He's going to think about it, gets it to Nick Moore. Nick Moore will shoot a three. Missed that. And Kevin Yamba's just going to let it go out of bounds. 39.8 seconds left here in Columbia. Mason Williams gets it. Over to Yamba. Yamba gets it up to Door. Back to Yamba. Yamba's good. Thinking about it, he gets fouled. Yamba was thinking about dunking it. That is 5 fouls on Austin Smith. Oh, that's 5 fouls on Jalen Yates. Sorry. So he will foul this game. Finish today with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Second leading scorer on his team. And Yamba will go to the line for some free throws. Yamba makes the first free throw. Every single player that has played minutes for the Dragons today have scored. Now with Cole Harshman making his 2 points. 7 players in double figures for the Dragons today. Kyrie Banks lets it roll past half court. Now Nick Moore into Austin Smith. He had an easy chance but misses it. Malik Johnson ends up with the rebound. Dribbles it 18 seconds. Mason Williams just going to hold on to it, and that will be the game. Your final here in Columbia, 113-62. The Dragons win, and like I said, move on to 3-0 in the conference, 10-5 on the season. That is all. I have been Matt Trudell, and we will be back shortly. Back here in Columbia, Matt Trudell with winning coach Mike Smelkinson. Coach, you moved to 10-5, 2-0 at home. How's it feel?
Feels good. I wasn't really expecting that, but I'll take it. Just all around good team effort. Everyone played well. Everyone got in the box score, and it was good to see.
How big is it, coming off of such an extended break to come back here and be able to play so many minutes with such a deep team that you have?
Yeah, it's nice. Just like you said, we have a deep team. We have 14 guys who are capable of being out there playing against anybody. That's the way I feel, and so it's good to get their confidence going as we start the second half of the year.
7 players in double figures, but the only struggle I can really think that I saw today was free throws. How do you work on that moving forward to the next game?
Yeah, we've had games where we shot it well from the line and other games where we didn't shoot it well from the line. Luckily, none of the free throws today were clutch free throw situations, but we have to get better at it, and so that when we are in the clutch situations, we can make them because they can change the scope of a game.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win. Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, man.
All right. I've been Matt Trudell here in the Dragon's Lair. Final score 113 to 62. Dragons win big, move to 3-0 in the conference. See you next time.